So, Travis Scoot has probably released the album of the year. One thing that I really noticed in Utopia, and this accounts for all of Travis's albums and even his singles. The first thing that I noticed is the production. I mean, as a producer, that's one thing that's subconsciously always on your mind. But in Travis's album specifically, you always seem to notice the production because it's outside of the box of what we consider normal hip hop and rap music, and I think it's like elevated above what we consider normal hip-hop and rap music. Like, it's not just like a normal old beat that he raps on for most of his songs. Like, a lot of work and uniqueness goes into it, and I know I'm glazing Travis really hard right now, but it's true. So pretty much in this video, I'm going to be going over how you guys can make those really unique and out-of-the-box style beats for Travis Scott. Going to be chopping up samples, and I'm definitely going to be going for a more dark and unique vibe with this. But overall, you guys should learn something from this, and we should come out with a pretty unique product. So let's get into it. Okay, so if I was Metro Boomin, the first thing that I would do is I would set my tempo a little bit lower. I think that Travis Scott and Metro tend to make songs that have a lower tempo, and first sound that I would get is I would get a pad just to start off everything. So I'm going to go to Omnisphere right now, and we are definitely going to be staying in a minor key here. We're not going to be going for any of that happy BS. We're going to be staying dark. Let's see what I can mess with here. I'm just going to copy and paste this and then move this up one. Okay, so I think that this isn't really a main melody, but it sounds cool. So I'm going to just keep on adding onto this with these little short notes. Okay, I have an idea. 2, 3, 4, 5. And put that up 5 semitones. So just copy and paste this and then put this up 5 semitones. Okay, so this is a great main melody now that I added onto it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to render this out, just the entire pattern. And this is where I usually like to experiment. If you've watched my previous videos where I've like talked about sampling, then you know that I like to experiment a lot, especially after I'm finished with the main melody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse this and pitch it up. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to route this to a channel, and then I'm going to put Portal on this. I'm going to use one of my 3 producer grind banks. Now, because Portal acts in mysterious ways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this into Edison, because there's like, it's weird. You guys will see. But pretty much this pattern has different effects on it than this pattern. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I think I like this one better. So I'm going to export this right here. So now we have this. And now what I'm going to do, so I'm going to try and pitch it up and reverse it. Maybe. Now I'm going to put some halftime on this. I like that. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw another Portal on there. Okay, so now that we have our main melody down, I'm gonna move into the other elements. So one thing that I want to do is I want to add a synth bass to this, and Omnisphere also has some really great synth basses. I know that Metro and Travis both use Omnisphere for their synth basses, especially. Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go to my new hardwired multi-kit, and I'm going to go to the phrases and accents and see if I can add anything in here. Next, I'm going to add a guitar. I want like something like a dark guitar. So I'm going to go here. Let's try something vintage. I'm going to try and find another guitar. Try something. I want to see how this sounds like with a switch up. I'm going to add a rock. Okay, we got the main melodies down, but I'm going to continue this tomorrow. Alright, so I'm back, and pretty much what I did was I just left off over here where I added this sample that I created, and then what I did is I just added some melodies, so I'll just play these melodies real quick. As you can see, one thing that you can do to really accentuate the dark vibe and the evil vibe that you want to get with these kind of beats is you can get a bass line. I'd have your bass line just pretty much, like you can create your own root notes, especially with something like this. A couple interesting elements that I added to the extra melodies were the snare and then this open hat. I know that Metro does this a lot in his beats, is he'll like take a snare and then he'll lower it down 2 octaves. Same with the open hats. Or what you can do is you can get those sounds and then just put grow speed on them, and that'll do the same thing pretty much. And I got this pretty unique bass sound. I also put some RC20 on there, some sub bass. And then this weird omnisphere sound that you heard. I thought that that'd be good to play with the drums involved because it almost sounds like percussion elements and not really like a melody. And I thought that with the drums it would kind of make it sound a little bit more unique. But in total, those are the melodies that I added. I kept it pretty simple. I just pretty much focused on sound selection and creating that dark vibe. So now to move on to the drums, I'm going to create a new pattern. Put cut self on the snare so they don't overlap. I'm gonna find an 808. envelope on it, and then we'll go back to this pattern, which has our bass line. We'll just copy and paste that back into this pattern into the 808, but we're gonna have to raise it up a couple octaves. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to route the spins to channel, and then I'm going to add some distortion to it. So what you can do is you can add fruity fast distortion, and this is pretty easy. I'll just pretty much just play it and then mess with the mix in the post. I have an idea. Go like this, and then we'll get the open hats to kind of fade out. Okay, so that wraps up the drums. I think that for the drums, I would actually want something different. I would probably send this to another producer to do the drums, because these just sound like basic Travis Scott trap drums. But I think with the melody, like with some more unique drums, some stuff like, if you guys have listened to Astro Thunder, I think some drums like that on this would be cool. But I'm not experienced enough to do that yet. I could try, but I don't think I am enough. I don't have enough experience to do that completely. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is now I'm just gonna mix and level all these sounds together, get a good intro going, and then get a good switch up in there as well. Maybe add a couple more switch ups within this beat, and then you guys will be able to listen to the final product. But first, let me do my outro real quick. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. I of course really appreciate it. If you guys did enjoy or learn from this, I definitely appreciate it if you subscribed, if you guys left a comment, or if you just like the video. If you want to tap in with me on Instagram, my Instagram is right there. I post a lot of tutorials and just like short form content videos on there, and I also have a TikTok now. My TikTok is right there, and I pretty much post TikTok videos on there. It's a lot of more short form content based, but I do a lot of tutorials and informational videos on there too if you're interested. Link in bio if you want to join the Discord or check out my kits. But that wraps it up for me. You guys listen to the full beat right now. I'm out.
Play that back, Lucent.